Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be discussing about Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency market and altcoins short-term, long-term to show you what could be happening after today. Why? Because today is going to be the very important event, the CPI report, a measurement of inflation, which is going to detect if the Federal Reserve is going to cut interest rates or not next week. And of course, this could influence heavily the cryptocurrency market. Of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We post one video about crypto trading every single day to help you to navigate the cryptocurrency market in a better way. I'm going to cut the chase now and go straight away into BTC. Right now, guys, we are still into this ascending channel over here. You can see we are losing a little bit of steam around this area. And basically, it's all in relation to the anticipation of today's CPI report. The CPI is going to be released in around from here 10 hours time. So what is going to be happening is that depending on the CPI is going to come lower than expectation. We could be seeing Bitcoin exploding to the upside again. If it's going to go, of course, it's going to come higher than expectation, we could be seeing, of course, risk assets to plummet down again. And today I want to really show you what is going to be the best case scenario, the worst case scenario, so you understand what to do and, of course, how to navigate this market a little bit better. But of course, if you want more information about all of this, you want to know how to trade, how to invest short term, long term, and really be guided by a community of professional traders and members, you can come on our VIP group, guys. You can see over here, this is the link. There is a little description on my Discord private channel. All our trading results all displayed over here with the proof. But you can see we post analysis of Bitcoin every single day. We got my calls at the professional member calls, and of course, guys, the results talk for themselves. You can see green after green after green. So fantastic. If you want to join a community of pro trader guys, the VIP group is the way to go. But right now, I want to show you what can happen right now. So you can see that we are into this ascending channel over here. We are losing a little bit of steam, but it's still intact, in my opinion. If I go and draw this chart over here a little bit more this way over here, you can see that we are still going to the upside. And what I could be expecting could be the following. I think, as I explained so many times, I think that Bitcoin is a little bit cooked in a sense that I can see already some signs of, I would say, potential future downturn. Maybe I could be seeing maybe one last push to the upside. So if today's CPI is going to come lower than expectation, inflation is coming down, I could be seeing BTC to try to climb back up around this area over here, around probably $107,000, $110,000, to then have a more meaningful correction down to the low 80s areas. And then is going to be the end of the bull market? Well, I don't know, but once you're going to go down to there, we're going to have two potential scenario, macroeconomic speaking. What could be a potential pullback up to here, and then we're going to be done with the bull market, go down to 40,000, 50,000, or from here, we're going to go and see one more leg to the upside. There is so much controversy right now, whether the top is in, whether we're going to go to 200K, 150K. And you know what I will say to you? I have no idea, and I don't care, because I already out with 95% of my Bitcoins, and then I'm going to decide what to do from there. But right now, guys, you can see that what I'm going to be expecting is going to be either, if you're going to go bump to here, great. Otherwise, if you're going to go down, we're going to have a high CPI. We're going to be probably going down to this area. And I'm going to show you in a second, so stay with me until the end, what does it mean for the altcoin. So I'm going to go now and show you a little bit more intraday, what we can see from here. You can see that, yeah, pretty much, we are being just ranging, guys. This is a range. I don't see any signs of really a macro reversal. So we've been ranging over here. You can see the prices, going basically going like this, then, and then of course today is going to be the trigger whether we're going to have a nice flush to the downside or continuation up. And of course, guys, if we're going to go and let's see we're going to have a bad CPI, what I could be expecting could be potentially us retracing down to this area over here. I'm going to show you a little bit more. If I'm going to go maybe on the weekly chart, you can see a little bit better. I mean, come on, guys. First of all, there is nothing to panic about this because we pumped like crazy. Like there is no tomorrow. Like, people are telling me right now, oh, no, it's going to be the end. Bitcoin is going to go down. It will never recover and blah, blah, blah. I mean, come on. I can see that right now it will be actually be very healthy if you're gonna go back down to roughly 87 to $88,000. So what I would say from here is that we're gonna probably go down to this area over here to do something like this. I'm gonna show you in a second, maybe just like this, down to this area, and then another push to the upside. And if I'm gonna go like more, I would say intraday. If you're a trader, like a short-term trader, then what I would say is that always have a look at the confluence from here. We could be seeing that even to go to the lowest point, a Fibonacci, draw a Fibonacci probably from this area over here, and basically it's telling us that we could be probably going back down around this area over here in the 50% to 61% Fibonacci. Again, it's not going to go down in a straight line, but probably we could be seeing maybe a flush down to here, then another push to the upside to try to reclaim this area, and then another push down to this area, and then finally another impulse to the upside. So that could be definitely be on the cards, because guys, we don't know how is going to be the CPI today. Of course, I'm going to give you my opinion for today. It's only my opinion, guys. And by the way, all of this is not financial advice. Take everything with a pinch of salt. It's my own research, so don't try to trade based on what I said. Do your own diligence. I'm not a financial advisor. But anyway, what I think is going to be happening in general, whenever we go CPI, and listen to this very carefully, whenever we go CPI and the price of Bitcoin tends to go to the downside, in general, CPI should be good, should be coming lower than expectation, and we should be seeing a relief pump to go to the upside. That's in general what I saw throughout the years, throughout the past. I usually see that basically BTC sells off, with the altcoins in anticipation of the CPI, and then once the news are released, it just rips up very, very high. So if I had to guess for this, I would believe that the CPI is going to come lower than expectation or within expectation. Bitcoin should be doing like one last probably push to trap all the retail traders, and then after the CPI, we should be seeing a more meaningful correction. That's what I really think is going to be happening. But again, guys, I am prepared both ways. I'm prepared to, of course, if it's going to go up to here and if it's going to go down to here. Because what I'm going to do if it's going to go down to here, I'm going to buy a shit tons of altcoins. I can tell you that already. But if it's going to go up over here, I'm probably going to sell some altcoins because we're going to see more of an analysis. Now, something we need to understand as well to, I guess, help us to forecast whether this CPI is going to come lower or higher than expectation and what can be happening after is looking at the 2 years treasury yield, guys. You can see that right now the 2 years treasury yield, it's basically forming what we call a head and shoulder. The head and shoulder from here, you can see we basically had a retest right now, and looks like we're heading again lower. I'm going to tell you another trick as well, which I learned in the past. So this shape over here, guys, in general is a bearish shape. It's called head and shoulder. You can see a shoulder, head and shoulder. And right now, usually what happens is you have a head and shoulder, you have a retest, which then gets rejected, and then it continues to go down. And of course, the downside target should be around this area over here. Basically, what it means that investors, right, institutions are whenever this one goes up, they're putting money into fixed income. So they buy these government bonds so they can get 4.1% per annum instead of putting them into risk assets. But at the same time, whenever this one goes down, there is no point for institutions to put money into this fixed income at 4%, where they could put money in crypto, and then it will definitely give them much more return. So whenever you see this one to go down this way, like for example, right now, you can see that we can have a look as well. You can see that there is a downside target from here. You can see that basically, we went up, a bit of a correction to the upside, and now it looks like it's going down a little bit. What we want to see is going to be a continuation to the downside from here. But in general, looking at the chart from here, I would say that the trend is actually down. Unless something crazy happens today, we're going to have a 4% CPI or something like that, I could be seeing this one to continue to go down. And this usually is a leading indicator that stocks and crypto should actually rally after this CPI report. Next one again, guys, very important, is going to be of course, 10 years, very, very similar situation. You can see the 10 years forming also like a similar head and shoulder, going to retest this area. Now it's going down again. We want to see what happens, today. And of course, if this is going to continue to go down, then we should be expecting Bitcoin and crypto go crazy. Next one, guys, DXY, dollar currency index. You can see it's climbing back up a little bit, but also we have formed a bearish engulfing candle from here. The dollar goes down, guys, risk assets go up. So it is going to continue to go down today. Of course, with the best CPI, good CPI is going to really push this onto the downside. Then it's going to be very good for stocks and crypto because they're going to increase the value. And therefore, we should be seeing more upside to come with Bitcoin and crypto. So overall, looking at all this data, is suggesting me that we should be seeing a crypto to rebound very, very well today, simply because, again, as I said before, this sell-off in anticipation that really makes me a little bit question. It looks like more like a manipulation from the whales rather than actually a real sell-off, but again, never say never. So that's what I can think right now. And of course, the last I kept the best news for I would say a lot is going to be our season, guys. Our season, lots of people are asking me what's going to be happening now with our season. Well, you need to understand that it could be a bullish scenario and a bearish scenario. So right now we basically touched, we went crazy. We went above the previous all-time high from here at 1.17 trillions with total free. So which is the market cap of all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So right now, as I said before, I don't think this is the top. You can see this clear inverted head and shoulder, which plays out beautifully. And right now, you can see we had a little bit of a correction. Now, what I could be thinking right now is that if you're going to have a best CPI, the price of this total free is potentially going to go down to basically down to here, maybe 839, even down, to be honest, as basically even 770, right? Could be seeing maybe a probably 20% correction with this crypto total market cap, which means that altcoins could have a further 15 to 20% correction. And then after that, of course, you're going to be seeing a explosion to the upside again. Maybe you're going to 1.5 to 1.6 trillion dollars. Or from here, if it's going to be a good CPI, we could be seeing maybe an explosion to the upside, and then of course downside again. So what I would like you to show you my strategy, right? What I'm going to do, it's very simple. So before, I'm 95% out with my Bitcoins. I have a small portion of my portfolio, maybe 20% into altcoins. And of course, if we're going to go down to this area over here, around the 840 to 800 billion dollar market cap with altcoins, I'm going to buy a really big bag of altcoins, maybe allocating 20% of the 95% I sold with Bitcoin. So going from my total portfolio at 35% into alts, because I know that once it's probably going to go here, it's going to have a really high chance of having a beautiful break to the upside. If it's going to bounce from here, guys, right now, I'm not buying anything. The reason why I'm not buying anything, because I'm already heavily invested into altcoins. And to be honest, I don't care to take risk. If it's going to go from here to here, I'm going to be making lots of money. If it's going to go down to here, I'm going to buy more. And then, of course, I'm going to be making lots of money. So what I was trying to say is that at this point over here, you should be already allocated quite well with your altcoins, and you should also have some spare cash in case you're going to go down to this area over here, because this area is going to be a good point of opportunity where you're going to see basically a potential push to the upside, according to my analysis, of course, non-financial advice. But at the same time, if it goes up to here from here, great. You're going to be making money. You can sell here, you buy back lower. If it's going to go down here, you can, of course, add your favorite altcoins and see this as an opportunity rather than actually a crash. The next one, guys, of course, very, very important, Bitcoin dominance chart. You can basically see that Bitcoin is following what happened in 2020. 2020, we had a very similar scenario where the BTC dominance was going down and down and down, and then had a ramp up around, if I can recall, around December. You can see that, December, we went from here, it went up, 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 and then started to go down. So you can see right now, same thing. We had a bullish engulfing candle over here, which could dictate more continuation to the upside for the Bitcoin dominance, probably going up to this area over here. And this one will match with BTC going back to maybe 110, even $120,000. I don't care, to be honest with you. But after that, it looks more of a corrective way. Why am I saying that? It's because you can see from here that if you actually have a look at the daily chart, it shows you a little bit better. We broke a very important structure. So which means that what we're going to see from here is going to be potentially a a reaccumulation to the upside. Even if you go like, from here to here, you can see that we could be seeing maybe a retracing up to a level of Fibonacci at 61.8. So maybe the 58% Bitcoin dominance rising again, probably going up to here, try to retest this area, and then from here, another C wave going to the downside, like I showed you before. If you're gonna just go back, into time, I can show you a bit better. You can see the B wave and then the C wave going down to maybe 50%, which will correspond all of that to the total free to basically do something like this. Maybe to go here, stall a little bit, and then push to the upside. That's what I can see right now, guys. So basically, to summarize everything, CPI, if you're gonna have a bad CPI, we could be going down maybe to the around the mid 85,000 and then have a push to the upside. Good CPI, we should be seeing Bitcoin to ramp up maybe one more time around 110, then have a more significant correction to the downside around 85,000. In this probably scenario, I can see the altcoins, the start of the alt season, the proper start of alt season. But otherwise, if you're gonna go down to here, guys, I'm gonna accumulate lots of altcoins. If you're gonna go up to here around 110, once you're gonna start to go down this way, I wanna see total free to go up to this area around the 1.5 trillions. I'm gonna be out of the market with the altcoins as well. They can do like a probably 3x from there, and that's it. And then of course we're gonna assess to see what's gonna be happening in the future. But guys, I really hope all of this was helpful for you, to help you to understand how professional traders actually trade. We don't trade with 100x leverage. We trade with this mindset of like a chess game strategy, to really understand how to be ahead of the game all the time. And I'm really expecting you to do so. Be very careful with your money, treat money with respect, because otherwise this market is going to obliterate you. Crypto is very risky. You have to be a strategist and really to in order as well to survive and make money in the future. But otherwise, I wish you a great day, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for another video.